Tsunami is one of the most powerful natural killers. Tsunamis, including mega tsunamis, have repeatedly impacted large areas of the Earth, and sometimes even the entire globe. You may remember the tsunamis that occurred in 2004 in India and Indonesia, or the one in 2011 in Japan. A severe earthquake, said to have released more energy than all the bombs used in World War II combined, struck this region. Have you ever slapped your palm hard on a dish filled with water? Imagine something much larger. It shakes the ocean at that point, causing the water to rise up to 30 centimeters high and rushing towards the eastern coasts of India and Indonesia, destroying everything in its path. The power of this tsunami is so immense that it advances up to 2 kilometers inland in many places, and, upon its retreat to the sea, carries anything it can with it. Seven years later, in 2011, another devastating earthquake in the ocean triggered a terrifying tsunami with waves reaching over 40 meters high. These giant waves crashed into the eastern shores of Japan, obliterating coastlines and everything in their path for up to 10 kilometers inland. This massive deluge sweeps away anything in its path, dragging it back to the ocean. Take a look at these pictures. One might think they are unreal, belonging to Hollywood movies, but they are all real. This tsunami caused $300 billion in damages to Japan, which is a higher figure than the gross domestic product of countries like South Africa. The Indian Ocean tsunami was the deadliest, while the Japanese tsunami became one of the costliest tsunamis of the century. You have seen how dangerous these tsunamis can be. But it's important to know that tsunamis triggered by earthquakes are among the least dangerous ones. There are other highly deadly tsunamis that occur not as a result of earthquakes, but due to the sudden collapse of a large portion of coastal mountains into the sea, or even more dangerously, the impact of relatively large meteorites falling into the oceans. These tsunamis are called mega tsunamis, and I will mention a few of them. In 1963, the Italian government planned to complete and inaugurate the world's largest dam. Everything was going well, but the dam engineers paid no attention to the adjacent unstable mountain. Eventually, the dam was filled with water, creating a massive lake behind its walls, clinging to the weak mountain. The dam wall was very strong, but the neighboring mountain couldn't bear the weight of the water. Although it was late, the dam engineers realized that the mountain was collapsing. They even managed to predict the exact time of the mountain's collapse. They took measures to lower the water level so that if the mountain did collapse, it would not cause a disaster. The engineers were confident that the collapse of the mountain into the water would not create a catastrophic event. For this reason, they were present on the dam itself during the predicted events. However, they were gravely mistaken because they had only predicted 1/10 of the energy generated by the mountain's collapse. And finally, the mountain collapses into the lake all at once, as if the entire water in the lake has risen from the ground and set into motion a wave that reaches a height of 250 meters, which is significantly high. To give you an idea, 250 meters is equivalent to the height of the Transamerica Pyramid in San Francisco, California. The dam wall, which showed no reaction against this water, receives a tremendous impact. After passing over the wall and hitting the ground, it creates a wide crater that reaches a depth of 60 meters. The mountain water rushes towards the village located below the dam, washing it away and turning it into ruins, claiming the lives of its 2 inhabitants. This tsunami was enormous, wasn't it? But this massive wave is not the largest mega tsunami event to have occurred on Earth. In 1958, the Alaskan region witnessed a mega tsunami caused by a severe earthquake, which resulted in a sudden collapse of a large portion of a mountain into the water. A terrifying wave with a height of 525 meters occurs. Yes, you heard it right. A wave with a height of 525 meters that enters the forests, uprooting thousands of trees and carrying them away. This terrifying wave was about 100 meters taller than the Empire State Building. Fortunately, there was no city or village in that area. It's important to know that these water mountains are nothing compared to our prehistoric mega tsunamis. The largest of these mega tsunamis occurred approximately 1.5 million years ago in the Maluku Islands, Hawaii. In this mega tsunami event, a large piece of a volcanic mountain collapsed into the water. The resulting wave reached a height of 600 meters, submerging the entire island and causing destruction beyond imagination. Even this mega tsunami event caused by the collapse of mountains into the water is nothing compared to the mega tsunamis caused by the impact of meteorites. 66 million years ago, a meteorite collision occurred in the Gulf of Mexico, with a diameter larger than 10 kilometers, releasing energy equivalent to an explosion of 100 trillion TNT. It created the largest mega tsunami event known on Earth. The Tsar bomb, the largest atomic bomb ever detonated on Earth, produced only 50 megatons of energy. To generate the same amount of energy as the impact of this celestial body with water, we would need to detonate 2 million Tsar bomb-like atomic bombs together. This explosion raises the water of the Gulf of Mexico to a height of 50 meters or 5 kilometers. This mega tsunami not only devastates the surrounding areas but also affects the entire world. These impacts lead to the extinction of the dinosaur species that once ruled the Earth. Thank you very much for watching the video until the end. I am looking forward to your comments and suggestions.